IKEA, a pretty well-known furniture warehouse with lots of mock-up bedroom setups and living room arrangements. I've been a couple times. Overall, pretty cool place. As long as you don't eat the meatballs and then subsequently have your organs shut down. Oh, but God forbid I shit in the display toilet after they straight up poisoned me. Like, come on, man, don't judge me. Roblox, a multiplayer online game with endless amounts of content fitting a variety of genres, primarily suitable to kids. Well, what if I told y'all that these two totally unrelated things sat down in the lab and just cooked up one of the collabs of all time? What if I told y'all that IKEA is offering gamers a chance to turn their hot, sweaty 13-hour gaming sessions into cold, hard IRL Robux? You'd think I'm crazy, right? Well, this shit is for real, because IKEA announces Roblox store with actual employees and it pays surprisingly well. When I was a 5-year-old kid playing Spyro the Dragon and OG Doom on the PS1, I never could have imagined something like this. But yeah, let's dive into this and together as gamers rejoice. I'm sure this will be oh so educational as always. IKEA have announced that they're opening a store in Roblox, one that'll offer actual pay for players and will have a formal interview process to determine the best candidates for the job. It's not the first time a company has attempted to create a virtual shopping experience. Roblox is already being used as a marketplace for companies like Walmart, who have made it possible to purchase items in-game and have them shipped directly to you. However, IKEA is taking things a step further and offering paid roles for workers in their Roblox store. It isn't yet clear what exactly players will be doing to get paid, other than vague descriptions that mirror what an employee would do at an actual IKEA store. So yeah, man, this is crazy, and we'll get into this whole formal interview process thing a little later, but I want to first kind of break this whole opportunity down a little bit. So if y'all recall a while back, the CEO of Roblox, David Basicom, mentioned how he wanted to expand the scope of Roblox and even had this odd fantasy for turning it into a dating app, which, let's be honest, doesn't take a genius to understand that that's a terrible idea. I'm sure the PDF files of the world think it's a pretty good idea. They're probably blowing loads at just the mere thought of it. And so this is all just reminiscent of that. I would assume it would be similar to the whole dating thing, where in order to actually hold a position, you gotta be like 17 years and older or some shit, but I don't know, just with online dating and just the internet in general, it's pretty easy to bypass age authentication. So like, imagine you roll up to the simulation IKEA shopping experience looking for furniture and whatnot. I don't know why you would do this when brick and mortar establishments exist, but let's just get hypothetical for a second here. So you're looking to get some furniture for the crib and you got some 14-year-old skibbity toilet kid just being loud as fuck, begging you for Robux and not knowing anything about actual furniture, while his dogs are barking and his parents are actively getting a divorce because their son just plays video games all day and has a job on Roblox now. And the dad just wants him to go outside and play sports or some shit, man. Like, come on. Joking aside though, apparently they'll do the same exact things a real IKEA rep would do, like taking people around the displays and talking about financing a new sofa, you know, of course, while sitting on their ass with Aunt Jemima maple syrup dripping from every orifice. Like, this is a gamer's paradise here, but like, what other responsibilities would one have in this type of position? This may be the easiest but most ridiculous job in the history of the working class. I don't see this working though, to be honest, because honestly, how can you compact the incredible display of creativity and just overall size of an IKEA store and its mock-ups within the confines of an online video game? And I also want to point out that IKEA is pretty expensive. I could imagine myself giving out my card info to some jerk off on the internet, and he just goes off and runs with my bank info to buy hundreds of dollars of Robux. That is if the servers don't crash first. But I don't know, call me old school, but this is just doing way too much, man. I get the whole working from home thing and how it's desirable and it's nice and all that, but this is just doing too much and it's just ridiculous. The virtual store will give people a chance to immerse themselves in the working world of IKEA with a limited number of paid virtual co-worker roles available in the game, IKEA's press release states. The company claims it'll have just 10 job openings for their Roblox store, and that people working there will be able to get promoted to other roles or move to different departments, just like in the real world. I think it's so fucking hilarious how corporate and how professional this whole statement is trying so hard to be, when at the end of the day we're talking about Roblox, a game that parents around the world throw in front of their children to get them to shut up at the local Applebee's, or has been a breeding ground for literal child predators. Like, come on, man. I promise you, Roblox is never that serious, but I want to talk about the positions being filled. So IKEA has just shy of 250,000 employees worldwide, and you're telling me that only 10 lucky individuals are going to be blessed with such a role? I don't know, man, this just seems doomed from the start if you want my honest opinion. Not to mention that later on in the article, we'll learn that this role would pay a whopping $16.81 an hour minimum, which, let's be honest, they say minimum, but it's Roblox, so it's gonna be lower rather than higher. They're coming out here acting like they're just pushing the limits of what it means to be an international employer, when that's not even a livable wage, man. You got me fucked up. Here's a quote from IKEA's culture manager in the UK and Ireland about why the company is giving this a shot in the first place. "We're excited to be the first brand to launch paid work on Roblox to showcase how we do careers differently, bringing our unique careers philosophy to life." Again, just being super corporate and over the top. At IKEA, there is no set route to career progression, besides maybe carpal tunnel and terrible posture, but our coworkers are able to change roles, switch departments, and grow in any direction they choose, both in the game or in the real world. There are many ways to learn and grow at IKEA, and that's what IKEA on Roblox is all about. Again, it's not clear what skills this job demands from moment to moment, and the question on their job application don't help much. Other than basic info about yourself, there are only 3 questions on there. They read as follows. So I've been dunking on IKEA and Roblox pretty hard here, but I want to be fair for a second. So if they're able to actually implement this correctly, and you're able to like switch roles and switch departments, and sort of like forge your own path, almost like an RPG or something. I don't know, it's kind of funny. But if you're able to actually like do that and kind of shape your career and truly do what it is you're trying to do, I feel like that could be really innovative and be kind of cool. But I just really see this producing a lot more problems than solutions. You know, they always say, you know, with innovation and all that, it creates a lot of opportunity, but it also creates new setbacks, right? So I don't really see this working out all that much, but if they're somehow able to prove me wrong and incorporate this philosophy into the video game here, it'd be really interesting to see how it all plays out. So those 3 interview questions that they're talking about are: how do you feel about being turned into pixels? If you were a pixelated IKEA furniture, which one would you be and why? And what would you do if we ran out of pixelated hot dogs in our bistro? Nah, this shit's gonna flop. But employees will make a minimum of $16.81 USD an hour, like we talked about, the same that an IKEA worker in London would get paid. Considering the nature of the work, this is a pretty strong selling point, and it's likely why they're only taking 10 applicants. Who is this that they're referring to? You know, who is out here saying, oh my god, that's a strong selling point? Like, imagine putting all this work in, like I said, you know, nearly 250,000 employees, and you're somehow able to make it to like the final rounds, final cuts of the interview process and whatnot, and you do all of this work, right? Jump through all these hoops and hurdles just to end up being the store employee on the video game for $16 an hour. How is this a strong selling point? To me, this just sounds more of a burden. Like, I'd rather just fill out a paper job interview, or fill out a paper job application, get an interview, and then if it doesn't work out, you know, it doesn't work out, and that's the end of it. At least then I'd be guaranteed a job, and I mean, I'd be getting paid the same regardless. But here it sounds like there's gonna be a lot of waiting around, you know, a lot of hoops and hurdles to jump through, and again, just for $16 an hour, I don't know, like, if you like the whole work at home dynamic and doing absolutely nothing and being bored shitless, then I guess maybe this would be a cool opportunity. But if not, I just don't think it's worth it, man. Like, if you're that genuinely interested in working at IKEA, just get your ass up off the gaming chair and go to the brick and mortar establishment and work there for the same amount. But yeah, man, just in closing here, like I just got done saying, I don't think the limited job positions are worth the amount of hoops and hurdles you'd had to jump through to get this opportunity. And overall, I think this whole thing is just absolutely absurd, you know, the way they try to take it so seriously and be corporate, when again, we're just talking about Roblox. Roblox, for a while, like I mentioned earlier, has been trying to expand their audience, And so it would just kind of be funny, you know, thinking about the world we live in and how Roblox is evolving and how the workforce is evolving and all that stuff. Like, imagine you just out here getting the Roblox Infinity Stones of life. You know, you meet your future wife on Roblox through their dating app, and then you get employed via IKEA and Roblox's Collab, and that would just be so fucking crazy, man. Like imagine going on a first date and she's like, oh, where do you work? Oh, you see, I work at IKEA. Oh, that's weird. I go there a lot. I don't really see. Oh yeah, well, you see, I actually don't like work there. I work at Roblox. I'm the virtual employee. Like, goddamn, chances are you're probably not getting a second date. So maybe that Roblox dating app will come in handy. Who knows? Maybe they're living in the year 3024. I don't know. But guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed, leave a like rating, subscribe to the channel for more commentaries just like this, and definitely leave a comment down below, because I would love to hear what y'all have to say about all this. And guys, this is Runter playing Roblox and getting employed, getting a new job, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Later.